Hey guys, what's up? My name is Abigail May. If you guys are new here, I post a lot of lifestyle content and a bunch of vlogs and all of that stuff. So if you're new here, hello. My name is Abigail May. Just a little bit about me real fast before we actually dive into this video. I am 21 years old. I am married, just got married about 7-8 months ago. And I am also around 6 months pregnant with my first child, and I am a senior at Asbury University, and I'm finishing up my senior year this April. So that's just a little bit about me. I know that we've had a lot of new subscribers recently, and I just wanted to kind of introduce myself so that you guys know who I am, what I post about, all that stuff. But today's video is going to be a little chatty get ready with me. It is currently around 2 o'clock, and tonight at our church we are hosting Night to Shine, which is a homecoming / prom for people with special needs. And so our church is putting it on. We're getting up and getting all fancy and doing our makeup and everything, and I just thought it would be fun to film a get ready with me and just talk about my second trimester, because by the time you guys see this video, I will be entering into my third trimester, which is so crazy. I feel like I was just doing like a first trimester recap, but I am heading into my third trimester. I'm in the last 3 months of my pregnancy, and I can hardly believe it. But I wanted to talk to you guys while I do my makeup. So let's go. Okay, first things first, you gotta have this cute little headband to do your makeup. But like I said, I am heading into the third trimester of pregnancy. And honestly, I can hardly believe it. It feels like just yesterday I was just entering in second trimester, but I am getting so excited. If I look up here, it's because there's a mirror up there, but I'm getting so excited to meet baby boy and see him. So if you guys don't know, yes, we are having a baby boy, and I'm gonna name drop his name. We're not keeping it a secret. We're not waiting until he's born. His name will be Gentry David. And one of the reasons, I'm sorry I'm so out of breath, that's been like a new second trimester or going into third trimester pregnancy symptom. But we are naming him Gentry David because Gentry, my husband, is the fourth Gentry in his family. So his dad's name is Gentry, his grandpa's name is Gentry, and then his great grandpa is also named Gentry. And so we wanted to carry on that traditional name in his family, and so that's why our baby boy will be named Gentry. And then the David part is actually from my side of the family, comes from my grandpa's name, and I'm really excited about that. I love how it clicks. I love names that like have a middle and first and middle that kind of go together. Also, this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter, if you're curious. And then for concealer, I used this Maybelline concealer, if you can see it. So yeah, but that is what we are naming our son. And that was kind of decided off like the forefront. We're like, if it's a boy, it'll obviously be this. There was no like and ifs or buts about it. So we are really excited about that. But going into second trimester, which I believe you start second trimester, when you're 12 weeks, something like that. So around 12 weeks, honestly, I was feeling pretty good. I had experienced nausea in my first trimester, and so I knew that second trimester most of the time it goes away, but it wasn't like extreme nausea to where like I could not function as a human being or a person. Like, it was very, very minimal, thank the Lord. And like I could work through it, like it was fine. So I'm really grateful for that. But around 10 weeks is when the nausea kind of went away. And I remember being so concerned that something was wrong because my nausea was going away. But my midwives were very reassuring with me that everything is fine and that can be normal, and all the things. So I was like, okay, if you guys don't have any problems with it, then I don't either. Also, I apologize if my neck and everything looks orange. We're just trying to blend that in and down my neck. I'm trying to apply like a thicker layer of what I would normally apply, just because it is a special event, and I like to look a little fancier. But yeah, so if you can hear Gentry, he's playing video games right now. But yeah, going into second trimester, I actually started feeling really, really great. They say that you get all your energy back in second trimester, and that was definitely the case with me. Like, I had so much more energy first or second trimester than I did first trimester. I remember first trimester I was feeling nauseous, I was feeling fatigued, and honestly I had like an extreme lack of ambition, which is so unlike me. Like, typically, I mean, I would consider myself like a go-getter and like just more of a happier, energized person, I guess. I don't know. At least that's what I consider myself. So to go from, feeling fatigued back into second trimester where I felt like pretty great and awesome, I was like, this is great. Like, I feel incredible right now. Like, I feel amazing. And I look back at some of my like old pictures of in first trimester. I'm like, ooh, I think a bump's like popping out. I'm like, girl, there is no bump there. I don't know what I was seeing, but there was nothing. If there was anything, it was just bloating, because I did not see an actual physical bump until I hit like 19 weeks pregnant. Like, it took a little bit. Of course, my pants weren't fitting right, and I was wearing maternity jeans, but I feel like a lot of that was just like a mental thing of like, oh, like, I'm gonna get bigger and I'm bloating and all these things, so I'll just wear maternity pants, which now the maternity jeans that I bought for first and early second trimester feel uncomfortable. So I find myself wearing either leggings or lots of dresses, because it's like the only comfortable thing. So, okay. I think that works. I think we're good. Just gonna do a little bit more blending along the sides. Also, the amazing thing about second trimester is I had a lot of just food aversions. I wouldn't necessarily say like I got sick off of these aversions or anything, but it was definitely like one of those things where I was like, I do not want to eat that. That does not sound good at all. And I definitely had tons and tons of cravings my first trimester, but I feel like second trimester, a lot of my cravings just went away, and I was able to just eat the normal foods that I would eat without any problems whatsoever, which was so nice. And coffee became a favorite again. I remember first trimester, it was not a favorite. I could not drink coffee. I didn't like the smell of it. Eggs were the same way. Like, I could not smell eggs being cooked or even eat eggs. And now I'm eating eggs every single day and I'm drinking a cup of coffee every single day. So it's kind of crazy how much like your body can shift and change when going from one trimester to another trimester. Whew. All this talking is making me so out of breath. It's all that third trimester stuff coming on in. So yeah, I was finally able to eat a lot of the same foods that I was eating pre-pregnancy, which was so nice. And I loved it so much because I can have a cup of coffee and it does not taste weird at all. It tastes normal, like a normal cup. And I am so, so grateful to God for that. I need to flip my mirror again so I can get a closer look at what I'm doing to my eyes right now. Also, if you guys wondered what I used for my blush, it's this Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand by Charlotte Tilbury. Was given to me by my sister. It actually broke her out, so that's why she gave it to me. So I love it. I use it every single day. I think it's actually pretty good. So if you're looking for, did not like that. There we go. So if you're looking for a new blush, maybe get that. Okay, so we're working on our eyes right now. I'm using the Morphe Nature Glow 360 palette. I love it because it has all the colors I'll ever need. I just need like a smaller compact one that I can like take with me places, but I hardly go anywhere anyways, so it wouldn't make any sense to do that. But we're just gonna go for a kind of natural bronzy look, hopefully. But anyways, going back to the second trimester recap here. Yeah, so I was able to eat the same foods. My belly started growing, I want to say around 19 weeks is when I like physically saw like, oh, like it's becoming more noticeable in shirts and things, and like things are fitting me a little bit more tighter than they were prior. So I thought that was really cool. And now I'm like out of breath because of how big my bump is getting right now. Like I'm like, I have 13, 14 weeks left, something like that, maybe a little less. And I'm like, it's supposed to get bigger. Like, oh my gosh, no. But we'll be okay. We'll be all right. We think. But yeah, so my bump started getting bigger, which meant that I had hip and back pain like crazy. Like I knew that pregnant ladies had hip and back pain, but I don't think I even like realized it to the full extent until one night, my second trimester, I want to say it was like 17, 18 weeks. I slept without a pillow between my legs and without like the support belly pillow type thing. And I woke up the next morning so sore that I could like hardly move. Like I was like, what is going on here? I could hardly move. I was incredibly sore. And that's when I realized this is what it's like to be super pregnant and have a lot of bodily pain. So I think that was my first realization that, oh, like I need to sleep with a pillow now. Like this is now becoming a reality. Like I need to, you know, pay attention to my body and like how it feels and stuff. There we go. Going silent for a bit because I had to focus. I'm trying to make my brows look a little bit better. So now I sleep with a pillow every night, and it helps a lot. It really does. I've also started using a belly band, because that can help, especially at the end of the day, or if you're on your feet a lot, like, it really does help. And that's not a joke. It really is not. So I've been doing that recently. But second trimester, I also was like, oh shoot, like, we need to start working on that nursery. So right now we have a crib in there. We have the dresser / changing table. We have it's not technically a rocker, but I'm going to call it a rocker. We have our rocker in there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we have in that room. We got clothes now. We got hangers. Okay, I'm missing something here. Oh, that's okay. I'll just use this. We got clothes, we got hangers, we got all the things in there. And now we're just waiting kind of on that baby shower before we decide, okay, what else do we need before baby arrives? So, and I think the other really cool thing is that, if you guys don't know, my sister was also pregnant at the same, she was 4 months ahead in pregnancy than I was. 4 months ahead of pregnancy than I was. She was 4 months ahead in pregnancy. So she just had her baby about 5-6 weeks ago by the time you guys see this. And she's kind of been able to give me kind of some tips and some pointers on what to expect. And I've been able to kind of, in a way, like, watch her go through pregnancy, which has been really cool, and take notes from her, I guess. And a lot of my friends have recently had babies too, which has been pretty cool because I get to watch them be moms and watch them do their thing, and honestly get a lot of, like, tips and advice and everything. And so that's been really awesome as well. I'm actually going to take this out. There we go. So that's been really, really helpful for me to just kind of, like, see all of that. I'm going to move it again. So, but obviously, like, going into pregnancy and post-pregnancy, like, my experience is going to be different than some other people's experience. Like, while I just experienced nausea, some people experienced, like, throwing up with the nausea, and I did not experience that. And so even, like, in pregnancy and postpartum, like, my experience is going to be a lot different than a lot of other people's. My opinions and ways of doing things are going to be different than a lot of other people's. And so, you know, while I'm taking in all this advice and everything, I'm also trying to keep in mind that everyone's experience is different and will be different. And the things that work for me and my baby may not work for another mom and their baby. And so just trying to keep that in mind with all the different opinions and ways of doing things, because it can be a lot when you're bombarded with so many ways of how you should do things and all that stuff. But I'm also trying to keep an open mind, because I don't want to be the type of person that's like, this is the way I'm going to do it. I don't care what anyone else says. Because sometimes, like, I won't know until my baby's here whether or not something works for us or not. Because it's not just about how I want to do it, or what I think is the right way, but it's also about learning my baby and my baby's cues and my baby's personality and all of that stuff. And so, like I said, I'm just trying to be open and flexible to everyone's advice and things that they should say, which I feel like I've done a pretty good job at so far. Honestly, this video is making me so out of breath. Oh my gosh, I feel like now I've been so out of breath. Like the other day, I was just like, I just walked up the stairs in my church and sat down, and I like took a big like sigh of relief. And I'm like, I'm not like annoyed or anything. I'm not whatever. I'm just getting heavily pregnant, and it's a lot. It really is. So that's truthfully what is going on here. Okay, a brief intermission. I've got about 45 minutes to curl my hair and be ready. So I'm trying to rush through everything that I'm doing right now. But yeah, so that has been my second trimester experience. Sorry, I'm looking really strange. I know everyone's experience is different in second trimester. I've had friends where their nausea does not go away in second trimester, or their experience is much, much different than mine. And so I just want y'all to keep that in mind, that this was just my experience. This is just how I am, how my body's reacted to being pregnant, and all of the things. So don't take my word as, oh, this is how it's going to be for me, or this is going to be my experience, because everyone's different. And it also changes with each pregnancy. So I may have a different experience with my next pregnancy than I do this one. So just keep that in mind while going into it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week.